What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're back here with another realistic rebuild, and with Deshaun Watson returning not that long ago against the Texans. Today I was inspired to go ahead and do a Cleveland Browns realistic rebuild. Let's go. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We got the Cleveland Browns here today. Obviously, like I said, Deshaun Watson has returned, and the Browns are going to be looking to maybe make a late playoff push. It might be too far gone this season, but I would imagine if Deshaun Watson does get back to his former self, which I assume he will. Didn't look very good against the Texans, but he has a huge matchup against the Bengals, so I'm curious to see how he matches or how he does in that game. But assuming he gets back to what he used to be, the Browns are going to be a very good team, at least next year. So we're just going to summary the rest of this season. Obviously, I don't expect us to make the playoffs this year. We might, who knows. We're going to go ahead, send to the playoffs. Let's see how we finish out. Maybe we're in, maybe we're not. Probably not going to happen this year, but obviously with little to no draft capital from the Watson trade, we have to retool in creative ways. So let's get it. So obviously, to no one's surprise, we did not make the playoffs. We went 7-10, which wasn't very good, obviously, to end off the season. But I mean, like I said, Watson being suspended for what he did. I'm not going to talk about that too much today. Obviously, I'm just going to focus on the football side of things. But offense was 50 NFL beforehand. Watson had 13 touchdowns, 1 interception, so he played pretty good down the stretch. Nick Chubb, 22 touchdowns, 1,400 yards. Receiving, Amari Cooper, Peoples-Jones, and Njoku, Jakeem Grant. I think we could definitely use another weapon on the outside. I think that's one thing I want to prioritize this offseason, and this was your defense. So obviously Myles Garrett's here to stay. You have JOK on the other on your defense as well. There's a lot to like here about this Cleveland Browns roster. We're gonna have little to no cap room though, so it is gonna be tough to try to improve as much as we can. But we'll see how creative we can get. So we have $37 million, and I don't know how important free agents we have. So Kareem Hunt is probably someone I think you'd let go. I think I let him go at this point. It just feels like Kareem Hunt is eventually going to, play for another team and be a starter somewhere. He did request a trade at one point this season. He wasn't granted the trade, but still, I think it makes sense to just go ahead and let him go. And there's some other guys I definitely want to bring back. So about $37 million. I feel like what we could do is I want to get Jack Conklin back, but I don't want to break the bank over him. So I'll offer a little bit of a bonus, and he is back. So we keep our right tackle. Very nice. Clowney, I don't think I'm giving back. Sion, he is a scheme fit, 77 overall, so I'll offer him a contract as well, but he decides he doesn't want to play for us, which I would fine with. Deion Jones, they did trade for him, but I think I'll let him go to free agency. Anthony Walker, Ronnie Harrison, Greedy Williams. I wouldn't mind getting Greedy Williams back to bring him and keep being one of our corners. But the rest I'm gonna let go to free agency and gamble a little bit. I'm gonna let Ronnie Harrison go. Maybe I should get one of these guys, whether it's Anthony Walker or Deion Jones. I guess I'll grab the star developmental linebacker. I'll offer him a little bit of money, and he's going to test free agency, which is fine. So don't get any of them. I also want to look at team salaries real quick to see if there's anyone making a bunch of money that could be gettable or cuttable or tradable. So you got Watson, Cooper, obviously making a lot of money. Deion Jones is gone. John Johnson's down to a 79 overall. He's got 1 year left of his contract, so that might be someone we could trade away. Wyatt Taylor, so I think John Johnson's the only one where we could figure up like $9 million and maybe get like a potential player out of the deal. So I think we'll end up trading John Johnson probably, and then we'll get into free agency and try to see what we can get to add to the roster. You see all this? This could be you. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get more out of the game you're watching. You're picking overs or unders on your favorite players that you love watching each and every Sunday. Let me show you how it works. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop, and they pretty much have every sport you can absolutely imagine. NFL, NBA, soccer, CSGO. But since we're an NFL channel, we're going to go ahead and talk about the NFL for a second. So let's say I want to go Derek Carr and Patrick Mahomes over on both of them. 2 players gets me up to 3 times my money. But if I wanted to go even crazier, let's say I want to do 5 players, throw 5 players in here. You can go up to 5 players, which that's going to 10 times your money if you get all correct, which you can go flex play. Even if you get 4 right, you still get a little bit of money in return. Now, I will tell you, I have started with $100 in here, and I'm up to $500. Prize Picks has been so much fun for me this year. If you want to go ahead and sign up, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They're matching your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. So if you deposit $100, you get $200 to work with. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. So I'm trading John Johnson over to the New York Jets to free up a little bit of money and gain some draft capital, because like I said, in this draft, we don't really have much from the Deshaun Watson trade. They obviously gave people a lot. So now all we have is a second, a third, a 2 fourths, which I think we can take advantage of. But let's see. So that frees up with us about $31 million in cap space. And now we can kind of take a look at what the roster is looking like now. So now we have a huge gaping hole at free safety, obviously, after making that trade. And then as far as the offense is concerned, you definitely need a center. Our wide receivers, you have David Bell, who was a rookie last year, but he's a 69 overall. Donovan Peoples-Jones is fine. Njoku getting superstar dev is actually really cool to see. Offensive line other than center is just terrible. Nick Chubb, Deshaun Watson, that's fine. Obviously, Amari Cooper is great. On the defense side of the ball, I obviously let a couple linebackers go. Our D-line has definitely fallen off, and we don't even have a strong safety anymore, unless it's Grant Delpit. I don't know. Is Grant Delpit a free safety or a strong safety? Grant Delpit's a strong safety. So we need to get a free safety, obviously, and we need D-line help. So there's a lot to get here and just not enough assets to go around. So we're just going to have to, spin wisely here. So free agency, I don't know if we can go after the home run hitter. You have like Jamel Dean, Tony Pollard, but we don't need any of those guys. Got Jarvis Landry. Clowney was someone we let go. Davenport would be amazing to have opposite of, obviously, Myles Garrett, but I don't know if I could break the bank over him. We got Rashad Evans. I honestly, one thing I want to do is I think I do want to go for Sion again. I think he's going to be somebody. He doesn't have an offer, so that's going to be a little bit of a cheap offer we can get. And then let's go for middle linebacker as well to kind of take care of this. Deion Jones, no offers either, so I kind of like the idea of him or Anthony Walker. One of these two, just bring the continuity back, I think is going to make the most sense. So I'm going to grab Deion Jones on a neutral offer as well to see if I can get both those guys for cheap. And then right outside linebacker, we don't need necessarily. So D tackle is where I want to look at next. So you got Hargrave, David, Sheldon Rankins, Maurice Hurst. None of the D tackles I actually kind of like here, to be honest with you. So we might not go D tackle here. I liked Davenport. You also have Ubakam here, Robert Quinn, Dante Fowler, Akeem Hicks, Yannick Ngakoue, who has no offers and he has interest in playing for me. So if I can get Yannick opposite of Myles Garrett, I think that'd be cool. So I can go for that. And then last but not least, like I said, free safety was kind of a huge glaring issue. Jabril Peppers, who once upon a time played for the Browns, if I'm not mistaken. Marcus Epps is sitting here as well. We might be drafting our free safety in the draft unless we're going to trade for it. And then unless we have like a good strong safety here, maybe we can go for, like Donovan Wilson, who has no offer. So maybe we can move Grant Delpit to free safety, go for Donovan Wilson. So we're kind of going cheap here on starters at this point. And then the other one was center, which Ethan Pocic, I wouldn't mind getting him back, but probably not going to be able to get him back. So he's got 5 offers already. It's going to be hard to compete for that. So now you got 4 offers to fill out some gaping holes on the roster. Donovan Wilson, we've gone cheap on every single player. None of them have offers, so we might be able to get all of them just to accept right away. And we do get everyone to accept, which is awesome, except for Deion Jones, which we do get him to accept now. So we walk away with all 4 of these guys. That leaves us about $10 million in cap space, and we filled out some huge gaping holes on the roster. Landry, obviously, once upon a time played for Cleveland. You have like Nelson Aguilar here in free agency, Alan Lazard. There's some interesting free agents here to go for, but I think I'm going to take the rest of what I'm going to get into the draft. So taking a look at the roster now, glaring hole on the offense is center and wide receiver. On the defensive side of the ball, you're going to have linebackers kind of filling out a little bit, and then we got Donovan Wilson and Grant Delpit now. So I can go ahead and move one of these guys to free safety, which I'll probably move Grant Delpit there. And then D tackle is obviously a huge problem. So probably going to go D tackle, center, and wide receiver in the draft, and then hopefully get another D tackle. So that's probably going to be the game plan. Let's get into the draft. So like I said, we don't have a first round pick in this draft, as we all know from the Deshaun Watson trade. So our first pick will be coming at pick number 8 here in the second round. So like I said, we need a center, a wide receiver, 2 D tackles, and we have 4 picks in the top of the second, third, into 2 fourth round picks. So Kayshawn LSU as my first pick here. Actually feeling like I might take him because we do need talent outside of just Amari Cooper. So I'm already kind of liking that. Just in case there's anyone else here, we definitely should take a real quick look. I think that's what we're doing. I think we're taking Kayshawn out of LSU. I definitely think we walk away pretty nicely out of that. So welcome to the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to feel pretty good about that. We needed some wide receiver help outside of just Amari Cooper as a playmaker, bringing him in to have another weapon for Deshaun Watson. I feel pretty good about that. Round 3, pick 13 is going to be my next pick. Obviously, like I said, we need a center or just an offensive lineman in general. We move someone to center, just kind of how it goes. You have Devin Witherspoon. You have Malachi Moore, Tony Grimes, Cedric Van Pran. I don't want him. Even though he's a center, he sucks. He's like a 50 overall this draft class, so I don't really want him. He's got A, pass block finesse, B, pass block power, C, run block, B, run block. It's just like he looks good, but I fall for the trap, and he's terrible, and he's falling down the board like crazy. So Noah Daniels, Tank Bigsby, Zion Nelson, Jarrett Patterson might be the pick here, actually. So I think I'm going to take Jarrett Patterson out of Notre Dame. we need a starting center, and I'm going to rock away with Jaret Patterson and feel pretty good about that. So that is my new center. And then in the 4th round is where we're going to go shopping for cheap, and that is going to be for a couple of D tackles. So going D tackle back to back here for pick number 8. You got Kelly, Noah Daniels, Zion Nelson still here, Justin Jacobs. I guess I go Rook out of Clemson. He's going to continue to rock the orange colors here. So welcome to the Browns, Rook. We have first D tackle off the board, and then we have one more pick, and obviously we're going to be using this on a D tackle as well because that's the huge gaping hole on our roster. And then hopefully maybe Perrion Winfrey we could also start as well. I think that's a rookie for the Browns. Tyler Davis is here. I might have to be the pick here. So unless there's anyone else I want to take here, yeah, like Noah Daniels, Malachi Moore, Zion Nelson. You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to draft the left tackle here who's fallen this far because this might give me an ability to let like Jedrick Willis walk next year. Not have to worry about re-signing him. So I'm going to grab Zion Nelson here as a normal development left tackle. And I'm going to feel pretty good about that. So we're going to start Perrion Winfrey and Rook as our D tackles. And we'll see how this goes. I think Perrion Winfrey's on the Browns. If he's not, I feel stupid, but we'll go. So taking a look at the offense, we were able to address both our center problem and our wide receiver problem with Kayshawn and Jaret Patterson. Both come out as a 74 and a 77 overall, which is absolutely amazing. On the defensive side of the ball, you're going to have nobody. So Perrion Winfrey and Rook are down here in the depth chart. I actually want to play Perrion Winfrey because I feel like he can develop into something nice, and I'm going to throw Rook out here as well. So I'm going to start both these guys at D tackle. Hope they can develop into something. Just kind of pray for it to happen. And then we have a base scheme 4-3 fit. I said that so weird, but base 4-3 fit, and it's lower 95% fit. On the offensive side of the ball, our offense was good last year, so I don't know if I need to change this at all, but we could go to spread, but I'm probably going to keep it the way it was. West Coast zone run. We're going to go ahead and simulate this season. Let's see if this Browns team can make the playoffs. As far as Kayshawn, as he slot wide receiver, he is, which is amazing. So hopefully at the end of the season, this Browns team finds themselves in the playoffs. So at the end of the season, we do finish over 500 at 9-8, but unfortunately, you can see how good our division was. The AFC North all went 11-6 other than us. So that means we're the bottom of our division, did not make the playoffs. So offense was 15th in the NFL. I'm assuming the defense stepped up because it looked like the defense rate. So yeah, it was kind of middle of the pack, 31-9. So just an unfortunate year. I mean, overall, Kayshawn had a really good year, 12 touchdowns, averaged 74 yards a game, 1,300 yards. Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones. On the defensive side of the ball, sacks-wise, Myles Garrett was amazing. Yannick only 4. Rook as a rookie ended up getting 3.5 sacks, which is nice. Jordan Elliott, you got Deion Jones, Greedy Williams, Perrion Winfrey only had 1 sack. I'll have to see if any development traits went up. 5 from Greg Newsome, 4 from Deion Jones, 4 from Jeremiah Owoso-Karamo, I think is how you say his name. Unfortunate, did not make the postseason. It is what it is, but 9-8 is just an unfortunate finish. That's just how good the AFC North was this season. So obviously we have more work to do in order to try to change that, where we're the top of the division and are going to win against our division. So unfortunately for us, though, only $2.19 million in cap space to work with. So that is going to be very, very tough to figure out what we're going to do there. So going to the re-signing stage, I know one player that's going to be a very important free agent for us is going to be Jedrick Willis. I know that for a fact. I'm pretty sure he's going to be a free agent here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different free. I don't know. We'll see. Only $2.19 million to work with. So we're not going to be able to re-sign anyone. Kayshawn got superstar dev, which is amazing. You love that. Wyatt Teller, superstar dev. Jaret Patterson got star development. That's fine. Defensively, no development traits have changed. I mean, D tackle is still a huge issue. Greg Newsome got superstar dev, which is amazing. But other than that, obviously, we are just simply relying on, well, let's see who's a free agent. Let's see who we can keep and let's not keep. So, $2 million. So, we're losing Jedrick Willis, 100%, which I don't want to. Donovan Peoples-Jones, we're losing. And we're losing Grant Delpit. So, we're losing 2 starters here. Actually, 3, technically, if you count the D tackle. So, yeah, I mean, I want all of them back, but with little to no money, there's not a whole lot you can do. Obviously, I wish in Madden you could, like, restructure contracts. So that's probably something you would do if you're the GM, but I can't do that, obviously. Savings-wise, Deshaun Watson, we'd free up $28 million if we cut him. Obviously, we're not doing that. Amari Cooper, this is a big one. We could cut Amari Cooper for $20 million, which I don't necessarily want to do, but, I mean, do I want to cut Amari Cooper and lose Willett? I mean, I think we got to, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can cut Amari Cooper. So Jack Conklin, we could probably cut for like $6 million. I mean, I think I'd rather have Jedrick Willis than Jack Conklin. So yeah, I think I'm okay with that. So I think I am going to cut Jack Conklin and go with Jedrick Willis. At least we keep Jedrick Willis. Hopefully we have enough money to re-sign him, obviously. He has interest in playing for us. So I assume maybe we can get, $8 million might not get to him, actually. So we might have just done that for no reason. So Willis, let's see what we can offer. And yeah, we don't have enough money to offer him a contract unless we franchise tagged him, which that would put us in the negative cap space. So we're not really gonna be able to do anything. So yeah, this is tough. We probably shouldn't even cut Jack Conklin at this point. Unless, I guess we got to get Grant Delpit then. So we're losing both our right tackles. I'm going to try to get Grant Delpit then at the very least to try to bring him back to this Browns roster. We keep our free safety at the very least. Fortunately, I have to let Willis go unless we were going to cut Amari Cooper. But I mean, we'll see. I guess like a trade Cooper for a pick. I think that's the best thing to do. I think cutting him doesn't make a ton of sense for us. So taking a look at it, I don't really want to cut Amari Cooper, but maybe I have to not cut him, but trade him away. So Zion Nelson could step up as our brand new tackle. So I'm not concerned about that. That's why I drafted him in the first place. We don't have another wide receiver outside of Amari Cooper and Kayshawn. So I think it is probably in our best interest to trade away Amari Cooper because we have just, we're so many holes here that 20 million tied into Amari Cooper is just kind of unfortunate right now. So if I can get like a second and a fifth for him, I think I got to do it, unfortunately. Fortunately, I am trading Amari Cooper over to the Cleveland Browns, or not to the Browns, to the Bears for a second and a fourth in this year's draft. So we're picking up another draft pick in order to try to replace that position because needed the money. I want to keep Jedrick Willis, and obviously now we're going to need another wide receiver. So that's going to be a huge issue. We're going to need 2 new wide receivers, and we're going to need Jedrick Willis back, which is the biggest thing. And D-tackle, still a huge problem. So I don't know if I have enough money to sign at least maybe 1 D-tackle. We'll see. I'm going to try to get all of that accomplished here in one offseason. So $21 million to work with. We can't go after the big playmakers. We know that for a fact. So let's start off with Jedrick Willis because that was the reason why I traded Amari Cooper. I want him back in the worst way possible. He wants a lot of money, though. So maybe this isn't the best thing to do. So maybe we have to go cheaper at this point. We'll see. I mean, let's go D-tackle because we definitely know we need one. Ed Oliver's here. Fletcher Cox, Sheldon Rankins, Javon Kinlaw. I think we go for him. 76 overall, star development. I mean, we need D-tackle in the worst way. So Kinlaw would be great if we can get him on the team. And then wide receiver was the other thing. Like I said, we kind of needed to address. So we got Pittman out here. We got Gabe Davis, Jerry Jeudy, Devin Duvernay, Kendrick Bourne, Donovan Peoples-Jones. So I think if we could walk away with a Gabe Davis or a Pittman, I think we'd feel pretty good about that. So I'll offer Pittman a contract, which we're actually not going to be able to offer it to him. So maybe Gabe Davis is a little bit cheaper. We just need someone here. Okay, we're going to have to bring this down a little bit. I don't know if he's going to like that offer, so we'll offer it to him. Gabe Davis, no offers right now, and we'll see if he accepts that. Low ball offer, but it's what we have to do. And now we go Gabe Davis and Kinlaw. Let's see if we get them to accept. And we do get Kinlaw to accept, which is great. Gabe Davis still does have another offer. Still not another offer, and still not willing to accept it. So Gabe, I mean, we're still his only offer, but I would assume eventually he's obviously going to have more offers. So we'll send him to next week because we can't advance any further. So we don't get a tackle and we don't get Jedrick Willis back, but we're trying to get Gabe Davis to add to this wide receiver core. I doubt we got him, but we'll see. Let's see if he's still out there or if he's signed. I'm assuming he did not sign yet. Wide receivers. Gabe Davis, still no offers though. So we're still in the running for him. And he does finally accept. So get Gabe Davis, which is awesome. So Gabe Davis. Pittman still doesn't have any offers, but obviously we have no money to, offer anything now. So Gabe Davis, a little bit cheaper than Amari Cooper. I hated trading Amari, but now we got a starter in Javon Kinlaw, and we were able to get Gabe Davis. So obviously what that means, we need another tackle in the draft, and we also are going to need another wide receiver. So, and then maybe if we have enough room, go for a D tackle. So that's what we're doing. Let's head to draft night once again. I don't think I have to say this, but as you guys know, we don't have our first round pick because of the Watson trade. So we are going to be picking round 2 at pick 16 and at pick 19. So we got to take advantage of these 2 picks. Carlos Beverly's on the board. And like I said, I do need another wide receiver. Alabama wide receiver playmaker. I think we grab, actually, no, he looks terrible. Let's not take him. So let's instead go for maybe Shelton Biddle out of Oregon State. B to D. Oh, wait, that's a free, or I clicked Brandon Bennett. My bad. I was about to say, what am I looking at? Sheldon Biddle out of Oregon State. I don't know much about, he's got D catching. I don't know, he doesn't even look that promising either. So, Will St. Clair, is he the pick? Frankie Sullivan, Nick Buckley. Maybe we go for Jose, Joe McIntosh. I said we needed another tackle as well on the offensive line. I guess I'm taking Carlos Beverly here. I'm going to be happy with this. So, welcome to the team, Beverly. That's going to be a hidden development wide receiver. We needed that anyway. And then around 2, pick 19, I think we're taking offensive line help. And then we get to pick in round 3, which hopefully maybe we can go D tackle at that point. So, because we don't have money to trade for anybody. So we got Frankie Sullivan. Jose, I guess we could take a D tackle here right now. I don't know how good Jose is, but we can just double down on D tackle. That's going to be normal dev. So I don't know if we needed another normal dev D tackle, but we got him here anyway. His last name is obviously, you know, marked out for some reason. And then we get to pick in round 3. So round 3, offensive line help is very much needed here. So let's make sure we take care of that. We got Shaq Mickens, Jamal Ewing. I think we take Jamal Ewing here out of Clemson. I think that's going to be the pick here. He's got A awareness, B pass block. Welcome to the Browns. And that is going to be a normal dev player, but we needed it. So that will be my draft and my offseason. And honestly, I don't know if we're going to get much better other than this. So if we can't make it to the playoffs this year, it's going to be really, really unfortunate. So here's your brand new reinvented offense. I think my assistant GM, or the CPU rather more, ended up taking Thomas in maybe round 4. He ends up being a 72 overall over the guy that I selected. So I guess I'm glad we doubled down there. So got him to be added to the offensive line issue we have. And on the defensive side of the ball, Pierre Winfrey. So obviously, like I said, the D tackles. I mean, we have a lot of depth at D tackle now, but none of them are all that great. So Ken Law obviously was the biggest addition there. But we're hoping to make the playoffs this year. That's the biggest thing we need this year. It is time to go make the playoffs, and it is time to make a run. So let's get to it. Let's simulate to the end of the season. Hopefully this Browns team is in the playoffs, because if we're not, don't know what I'm going to do much with this team, because I don't know if there's any way to get better from there. So at the end of the season, all of our problems are solved. We went 11-6 to end off the year, and we won our division, which is what we wanted, because obviously 9-8 last year was not good enough. We got a little bit to the mix, and we were able to make the playoffs this year. Offense didn't carry us too much, so I'm assuming the defense was really good. It was top 15. I guess we'll take that. 34-8 out of Watson. Nick Chubb, 19 touchdowns, 600 yards. Receiving Gabe Davis, David Bell, Kayshawn. So it looks like David Bell got involved this year, I guess. Not really sure why the guy we drafted didn't get involved, but I guess they had David Bell as our slot, or maybe, I don't know. But sacks-wise, Garrett, Yannick, Ken Law, 2.5. Interception, 7 from Denzel Ward, 4 from Deion Jones, 4 from Greg Newsome. So it is time to jump into the playoffs and see if we can come out here and beat the Indianapolis Colts to start off, hopefully, our Super Bowl run. We get to protect home field here to start things off. I decided to throw on the throwback jerseys here because we need a big game here. We get to play, I think that's Anthony Richardson for the Indianapolis Colts. Finally, they drafted a quarterback instead of trading for a veteran. That never works. And you got the Colts going up 7-0, and we're going to tie it up. So we're not done just yet. Defense isn't the dominant defense I would want it to be. Usually in these rebuilds, I find a way to have a dominant defense, but so far, they're not that. 17-7. We need a score here, and we don't get it. And now we get interception, and we're going to score here. This time, defense gets a stop. Now we can go score again, hopefully. And they don't score, and it's going to be 20-14 here in the fourth quarter. And you guys know what that means. I love coming out here and trying to make clutch things happen. So that is what I'm going to do. This field actually looks pretty beautiful. I don't know if I play with the Browns all the time, but I'm going to try. That's an interception. I don't know why I threw that. I clicked the wrong button. That should have been picked off 100,000%, but thankfully it was not. So I'm glad that wasn't picked off. I get a chance to redeem myself. That was a very, very dumb pass, but thankfully I'm okay. I'm going to throw it to Gabe Davis. This is going to be in double coverage, and somehow he caught that. Okay. That was a bomb out of Deshaun Watson. I thought that was going to be picked off for sure. I almost aggressive caught it, but instead of running after the catch, worked out. They respond with a field goal, so I have to respond right back, which I am so comfortable with doing. All we need to do is get in field goal range. Let me feed Nick Chubb on a screen pass. Let's see how far we can get with this one. This is going to be my first play. Nice coverage, but we are going to get a pretty nice gain out of it. I'm going to get out of bounds here. So that's a great play to start this drive. And we have the momentum on our side, so thankfully we don't have to deal with any momentum issues. So they kicked a field goal. We had a 1-point lead a second ago, but now we need to come out here and take care of business. So let's see if I can get us in field goal range. Actually, I might have David Bell here, and I am going to have him for a nice gain in the middle. So I'm going to snag that. Love that. And now we are going to, let's go for verticals. They're going to press up. So I might be able to throw Gabe Davis. Actually, I got Kayshawn here. That's a tight window. Very tight window. That was very tight window. I probably shouldn't have thrown that, honestly. But it's okay. I got away with it. That's all that matters. And all we really need to do now is make sure we get in field goal range. That's all we need to do. So Gabe Davis should honestly be open here in a second. I might even throw him on a zig just because I think he's going to get a lot of yards out of this. Gabe Davis, never mind. That did not work at all. 3rd and 10. I probably shouldn't even throw him on a zig. Maybe I should just kept him where he was. We need a first down in the worst way possible. So let's make sure we get a first down. Usually Nick Chubb's route right here is guaranteed a first down. And we are going to get a first down, first down. And we are in field goal range now. So now we just need to take care of the ball. Let's just make sure we, stay in field goal range, not get sacked. And maybe we can go for a touchdown as well. We'll see if something opens up for one. I actually have B in the middle. And somehow I got that off. That was, wow. I got hit and got that off somehow. That is, I got lucky there. We're at the 30-yard line, so we're in field goal range even more. I'm going to throw Kayshawn on a go route just in case I can throw it over to him. I actually might have Gabe Davis for a touchdown, and I do. It was there. It was there. It was kind of there. 3rd and 1. Let's just run the ball now. Let's just take this down. The Colts are going to ice me, which kind of sucks because the icing thing kind of sucks in this game, but I'm going to trust my kicker. We get the first down. I'm going to go for the end zone maybe a couple more times just because I just don't trust myself when it comes when you get iced. You just I don't know, man, it's tough on me. So just going to try to punch this to the end zone. Obviously, I got to throw it at the end zone though. This is going to be a tough catch, but I'm going to trust Kayshawn, and he came down with it. He came down with it. That's what we needed. Now I don't even have to worry about field goal, and we should win. And I think they got in field goal range or almost got in the red zone, but we beat them. We're moving on. That's all that matters. That was kind of ugly, but we win. Like I said, that's all that matters. And now we head to the divisional round going up against the Buffalo Bills. So you get Deshaun Watson versus Josh Allen, which obviously this is going to be pretty tough, but we have to come out here and play good offense, play good defense, and we are starting off with a 0-0 ball game, but they get a field goal, and we get a field goal right back. So far, we're in it, but we can't let them run away. We got a safety. Okay, 10-5. I'll take that. We need a score here, and we do get a touchdown. It's 10-12. Defense is playing great so far against Josh Allen, but offense needs to... There we go, 17-18. 25-18, need a score here, and we are going to get really close, but don't score. Can we score here? We are going to tie it up. It's 25-25, and all I need to do is get in field goal range or go out there and win the game. I'm going to trust in my offense to do just that, so let me come out here and try to get myself in field goal range real quick. I'm going to have A with a nice little gain to Njoku, so get that. Let's go no huddle. 403 yards out of Deshaun Watson today, and I'm going to play action them. I'm going to see if I can catch them off guard. Let's see if we can get them off guard. Actually, I might be able to just scramble this with Watson. I'm going to scramble this out of bounds with Watson. Got a minute 16 left on the clock. I'm thinking touchdown here, honestly. I don't think we need to really just go for a field goal. But if obviously we have to go for a field goal and settle for that, I will. But I'm thinking touchdown all day. That's what's on my mind right now. That's what I want to get done. So I'm going to have Schwartz in the middle, I think. And that was just a terrible ball. But I think I was under pressure. I hope I was under pressure because that was terrible. And that could have been picked off if there was a safety there, which I'm so glad there wasn't. So 2020. Okay, they're actually going to play. They're going to play deep. So let me just run the ball with Nick Chubb because this is guaranteed for yards because you really shouldn't play three-man deep against a team like this. And it looks like we can actually take out their time. They're starting to call their timeouts. So let's just run the ball. Let's make sure they use all their timeouts so we don't even have to worry about the icing thing. And I could just kick a field goal to win this game. Nice blocks. They set up pretty nicely. Fortunately, I couldn't get anywhere there. 2nd and 7. And once again, I'm just going to hand the ball off to Nick Chubb and let him, cook, basically, because they use all their timeouts. I'm already in field goal range. I feel pretty good about knocking down a field goal without being iced. So that'll be their last timeout, 3rd and 6. And I should play for the first down here, but I am going to go ahead and run it again. I'm going to run it again. I'm going to keep the ball on the ground, just play safe here. And we might be able to get a first down with Nick Chubb. Not going to get it, but I can take this all the way down to like 12 seconds left, and I can kick my field goal. Now, one thing I will say is leaving Josh Allen with this much time might be kind of scary. Not going to lie to you, but I trust in my defense. I built a good defense for a reason, right? So we're going to call a timeout with about, I probably should have just true clock this, but that's all good. We can sit here and talk for a second, right? So 10 seconds left. This is going to go all the way down to maybe like 14. So I'm going to go ahead and kick my field goal here, and we should have a nice field goal to win the game, and that'll take this time down to 12 seconds. Okay, let's make sure we don't allow them to get a field goal in 12 seconds. I would imagine they can't. Just in case there's no fooling around going here, buffoonery, I am going to just come out here and make sure nothing crazy happens, just because the CPU be on something, sometimes. So this is what we're doing. They're going to throw a Hail Mary, obviously, and that is a interception. I didn't even have to do anything, and that is your ball game. So Moving on to the AFC Championship. And now we've made it to the AFC Championship, and we've kept home field advantage throughout the playoffs so far, which is awesome. We don't have to deal with the Chiefs either or the Bengals, so that's kind of a blessing as well. But now we get the Tennessee Titans, whoever that is at quarterback. I hope we beat them. He's got a ponytail, so we gotta beat him, man. They're up 7-0 though to start things off. We're gonna lose to this guy. I don't even know who it is playing quarterback for the Titans, but my offense isn't scoring. Finally, they get a touchdown. That took forever. 14-7. We need to respond again. We're going to lose to the Titans, aren't we? We're going to lose to the Titans in embarrassing fashion. 28-7. And we are going to score here. 20-14. Maybe we score here, and we're not done just yet. And it is 35-21. A minute 54 left in the clock. We can technically still come back. It is still possible. Obviously, it'll take a lot of finessement here, but I believe in the comeback. I might have Gabe. I'm going to throw it to Kayshawn, and he's going to catch that over the top. We needed that in the worst way. Get really nice range there. Let's go right back to the same play. I felt pretty good about it last time. And this time, actually have him open again. I have him open again if I can get this in, and that is a touchdown. We needed that so quickly. Love it. That was way too easy. Love to see it. And now I want to play all defense. I want to get the ball back. So let's get ourselves the ball back, and let's do it. So, gonna go straight for, obviously, making sure we try to onside it, which I don't love, but we obviously just got to stop the run, which is easier said than done with Derrick Henry. If they cut it to the outside, it's going to be kind of unfortunate. And that first, okay, that wasn't a great start. We also got to make sure they don't get in field goal range. So let's make sure they don't get in field goal range, because if they do, that's going to suck really badly. So they actually might be running this to the left side. So I'm going to bring Denzel Ward over here. I'm assuming they're running this to the left side. All right. Get another stop. 3rd and 4. Let's just make sure we do that same thing again. Just make sure we... if they cut this to the outside, I'm absolutely screwed. I will say that right now. And especially if they throw it, I'm just going to keep... Oh my goodness, they threw it. They threw it. No way they threw the ball, bro. He actually threw the freaking ball, man. That's so annoying. Quentin Ewers, man. Are you serious? He actually threw the ball. That is insane, man. Well, that will be the end of the video. They threw it. I did not expect the CPU to actually throw the ball. They usually just run it, but that'll be how the video ends, on an absolute heartbreaker. I hope you boys enjoyed regardless. This was a fun video for me. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.